Welcome to White Rage's TV film review and preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This week, the gothic horror film Nosferatu was released on home video. Nosferatu is a remake of the 1922 film of the same name and is directed by Robert Eggers, most famous for The Vivitch and The Lighthouse and The Northman. I only saw The Lighthouse, didn't really like it. Nosferatu stars Bill Skarsgård, Nicholas Hoult, and Lily Rose Depp. The film revolves around a young English woman who is married and living in Germany, but she's haunted by dreams of the vampire Count Orlok when her husband travels to Transylvania to execute a real estate deal for a reclusive Transylvanian count. So it's loosely based on Bram Stoker's Dracula book, but because the original 1922 film is loosely based on it because it didn't want to be in copyright infringement. But this Nosferatu is a remake of the 1922 Nosferatu, which is loosely based on Dracula. So this was my first time watching the film. I wanted to like it because I didn't like Lighthouse, but even though the film is beautifully shot, the film is all style and no substance. The acting is wooden and overly theatrical, and the plot makes no sense. It was Oscar nominated, it might have, and BAFTA nominated, it might have won a BAFTA, I'm not entirely sure, but I give the film 2 stars out of 5. This weekend, the vigilante spy film The Amateur arrives in cinemas. The film stars Rami Malek, Rachel Brosnahan, and Lawrence Fishburne. The film revolves around a CIA cryptographer who loses his wife in a London terrorist attack, but when he discovers that the agency will not act, he blackmails them into training him and begins a one-man mission to hunt down his wife's killers. So far, the film has received mixed reviews from critics who say that the plot has been seen before, stuff like Jason Bourne, but the film has heart and it's got a lot of action-packed stuff. So, The Amateur is in cinemas now. That's all I have for next week. Be sure to check back next week where I will be previewing new movies Sinners by Ryan Coogler, who made the Black Panther films, and this is starring Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld, and Warfare, the new film by Alex Garland, who made Civil War, which I really liked. He also made Annihilation, which I didn't like, but he made Civil War, which I really liked. And it's like a Navy SEALs indie movie thing. So now also Sonic the Hedgehog 3 comes out on home video next week, but I will not be previewing that because I already reviewed it back in December, I think, or January. Now back to Gary in the studio.